What's going on, people? It's your boy Marv, and this is The Nerds in the Hood. Folks, very good episode we doing here. Special episode. Every episode we do is special. It's just what I do. Every episode I do is special. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in, subscribing if you haven't. Please do. Check us out. Everything we're doing here with Nerds in the Hood is a project that's growing. We just get to talk about it from the point of view of your average nerd. I'm an old school nerd though, so don't mind me. Sometimes I'm not going to say all the latest things, but it is what it is. We're having fun. Anyway, so make sure my phone's on vibrate here. Anyway, we are doing a special episode because it is the last day of summer. By the time you see this video, it'll either still be the last day of summer or it'll be fall already. Either way, summer is over by the time you see this video. And I got a lot of things going on for me today. I'm trying to make the most of my summer for this last day. My Liberty coming on to by the time, I'm trying to get this going right now. I'm gonna record this before the basketball game drops, and I'll have the episode out probably after the basketball game. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, my Liberty are going up against the Atlanta Dream. Shout outs to them. Hopefully we can get through this first round and get our way to a finals appearance and try to get a championship this year after we were thwarted by the Las Vegas Aces last year. But if the Aces get that three-peat, cool with me. Cool with me. So good luck to y'all ladies. All of y'all. See y'all. And wish y'all the best of luck. Anyway, this is not about basketball. What it is about is, as you all know, if you have been watching my show, you know that I have created a segment known as Movie Pass Movements, where I review different films that I saw. Now, these are all in part of the fact, and due to the fact, that I recently acquired the services of AMC to do their Stubs magic, and I got on their A-list program, and now I can see 3 movies a week at no extra charge for $25 a month all across this great nation of America. Now, that's dope to me because I usually see probably 1, maybe 2 movies a week. So I'm not really going to ever go past the limit unless I need to. Now, there are a lot of other movies coming out later this year, but the summer had its fair share of hits as well. So what I want to do is I just want to go back and give some recognition. I'm about to give me some recognition. Of course, I deserve it. But no, I want to give some recognition to some films that made our summer awesome and some that didn't. And some that surprisingly did better than we thought. So this is the Nerds in the Hood Summer Showcase. End of Summer Showcase for movies. We're going to do some for other genres as well, but movies is the first one we're going to do because those are the ones I talked about the most. So I'm going to point out a few and we're going to go from there. So the first one I wanted to do is actually the sleeper movies of the summer. Now, these are the movies that were very underrated, under the radar. Not a lot of people knew about them unless they were already aware of, like, if it was an adaptation or something of that nature. And when you went to see the film, it was way better than you anticipated. Definitely exceeded all expectations. So I'm going to give that honor to the film Blink Twice. Now, this film was way better than I thought it was going to be. I really thought it was going to be like some like boring thriller where they're trapped on an island and it was going to be all this other stuff. But Zoe Kravitz really ran point on this one. Like, she said she was going to run point and she ran point and she got the W for the team. So I got to give her props for that. Sister, you did your thing. Channing Tatum did his thing. Great villain. This was, we don't know if it's art imitating life or anything like that, but it was definitely drawing some inspiration probably from real life events. And it really woke your eyes up to like what can go wrong and what can happen by still using fictitious situations. You know what I'm saying? So it found its niche in there, but it was just insane. It was an insanely good movie. And I really thought that like it exceeded my expectations. I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was going to be boring, and it really wasn't. Shout out to everybody who had a hand in that movie. Really, really good. Don't really need a sequel. If y'all do one, please don't let it be trash. Anyway, runner up I'm going to say a runner-up for this one. Since this is the first time we're doing this, we're going to give a runner-up. We'll decide next time if we're going to do runners-up. Runner-up is It Ends With Us. It Ends With Us actually exceeded my expectations because, again, another movie I thought was going to be boring. I thought it was going to be some rom-com. Took my girlfriend to see it. I was like, this is probably going to be boring. I'm probably going to fall asleep. It's probably going to be some I love you type stuff. Who knows? And it ended up being the exact opposite in so many more ways than I thought. It still did the I love you stuff. It still was lovey-dovey, but it told us a story about a hidden emotion that a man had. That he low-key was just a bad person. And what he did that made him a bad person. So I'm not going to spoil that, but at the same time, if it's still in theaters, go see Blink twice. Go see It Ends With Us. If they're on streaming services by now and the next month, go see it then. Either way, you're in for a good time. They're really good movies and they're worth to watch. And I got to give it to those honors I got to give those honors to best sleeper films of the summer. So those two right there, off rip, really good film. It Ends With Us. Definitely exceeded my expectations. I hate the fact that it went through so much backstage drama. I hate the fact that it's still going through backstage drama from what I'm hearing. And this movie was crazier off screen than it was on, because now half of the world hates Blake Lively, half of the world hates Justin Baldoni, some parts of people hate Ryan Reynolds for some reason, and the author doesn't even really want her name mentioned outside of if they make a sequel to the film. So it's really, really crazy to the point that Ryan Reynolds had to get involved in his wife's work, if what we're hearing is true. So outside of all of that crazy outside drama, the movie was still good. Definitely check it out. Now, before I get to the best film of the summer, I am going to say the worst film of the summer. Now, the runner-up for worst film of the summer, even though I didn't see it, everybody and their mama was like, yo, fam, don't even try to waste your time. I know people who got kids that was like, this wasn't working. But one of them is Howard and the Purple Crayon. I remember hearing so much about this when I was younger. The fact that it came out and it just didn't live up to the hype really sucked. That's all I can speak on it because I didn't see it. Worst film of the summer it's a tie. It's a tie because I can't choose which one was worse than the other. But worst film of the summer goes to these two wonderful films. One of them is Borderlands. Now, Borderlands, not to use a pun here, but it's true. It's like Borderline came out pretty much. Yeah, it came out in the summer. We're going to say it did. It was still out in the summer. It was out during the summer, and it was not good. It was not good. It definitely took adaptations back just a step. Not a huge step, because we still have The Last of Us and a lot of other great movies, but it just took a step back for video game adaptations. It was not good. It was a great cast. It just wasn't a well-executed movie. It felt very rushed. The graphics looked pretty outdated for some reason in 2024. It just couldn't really work itself up, and I don't need a sequel to this. If they do, they are disrespecting video game fans everywhere, as well as movie fans. So that one is one. And number two is Trap. There is a bigger plot twist than what was shown in the movie. And again, go see my movie review about Trap, and I'll show you what that plot twist was. I'm not going to say it here, but go see the movie and you'll find out. Go see the movie review and you'll find out. It was not good. Oh my goodness. M. Night Shyamalan has a crazy reputation in making bad twist movies, whereas he's only made several that are really good. And the rest are just hot doo-doo. These ain't it. This was definitely killing my vibe all summer. I walked out like, why are these movies so bad? And they shouldn't have been so bad, but they were so bad. They were so bad, people. Please do not waste your time. If it hits a streaming service, which they both will, watch it then and hit me up in the comments and be like, fam, you was right. My bad, dog. That joint was trash. M. Night Shyamalan, you did it again. You a fool for this one. And we mean that in a bad way. It was not good. Borderlands, you a fool for this one. It was not good. So those were my two picks for worst films of the summer. And now, the moment you've been waiting for only a few minutes, best film of the summer. Now, there were some contenders. Let's be real. There were some contenders. But we all know there is one overall best film of the summer. Do I need to say it? Yeah, guess I will. I'll give you a minute. Yell it out with the screen. Or take your time and write in the comments. Hope the Liberty win. Hope the Yankees in the playoffs too. That's good. Yeah. All right. You give up? It's a no-brainer. Deadpool and Wolverine. Best movie of the summer. You can't tell me there was a better movie this summer than Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, come on. The Easter eggs, the cameos, the surprise appearances, things we did not see coming. Callbacks to different old Marvel films, callbacks to different Marvel events in the MCU. Like, come on. This was a really good film. Could have been better? Yeah. Some parts of the story you could tell was like, this is BS, but it's Deadpool. You come to expect this wackiness from him. But they did something that helped us get what we wanted. One more time for Mr. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And looking like even more. So we got to see that. We got a film that brought Hugh Jackman out of Wolverine retirement. And they made it so nostalgic, bringing back old memories of bad films. And they did such a good job doing that. Like, it really did a good job. Like, things that I did not expect to see again or at all, ever, I got to see that. Courtesy of Deadpool and Wolverine. So, hats off to you, Deadpool and Wolverine. You were the best movie of the summer. If I had to take a runner-up stab at this, I would say also, even though it's a cartoon movie, Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 proved that Pixar can pretty much turn anything into gold at this point. They can bring back a movie that came out like a decade ago, or more than that, I believe, and still make it a good film. It is now the highest grossing animated film of all time. That's saying so much volumes as to how good it was and how many people went to go see it, because it was a really good film, not just for the summer, probably for the year. Same thing with Deadpool and Wolverine. But Deadpool and Wolverine obviously got the bigger edge over Inside Out 2, because Deadpool and Wolverine is one of the highest grossing rated R films of all time. And I think it's up there for highest grossing, but it's definitely one of the highest grossing rated R films of all time. So these two Disney films made history over the summer, and they had to, and they rightfully did, because they were the best films of the summer. And they are looking to be the best films of the year. So hats off to both of them. They did their thing. No love for Trap, no love for Borderlands, and some love for It Ends With Us, and some love for Blink Twice. These were really good movies. There were other good movies during the summer too. Just because I ain't seen them don't mean they weren't good. But these are the ones that I really wanted to take the time to acknowledge and show love to. And I think we'd be remiss if we left in the summer without giving any love to these several films here. And also showing that shade to the two that I said. So anyway, we will be back, because we're not done with our end of summer showcase. This is just for movies. We're going to try to get some out for other things too, like television and anime, and probably video games, but more television and anime. So anyway, folks, we're going to catch y'all next time. Make sure you follow us on the link tree in the description. It'll take you to all things Nerds in the Hood. Until next time, it's your boy Marv Lat, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Go Liberty.